Hi, so for the first technique that I'm going to demonstrate, it's going to be an SMR technique for the TFL and IT band. So I have a couple of tools here. I just so happen to have a ton of SMR release stuff. I have some more, but we'll stick with these three. You can either use a rumble roller that has the little ridges on it. You can use a smooth roller, or you can use a ball. The ball's a little bit more. These two are a little bit more aggressive than this one is. So I'm going to stick with this guy today. My IT band's a little bit sore. So what I'm going to do first off is I'm going to locate my greater trochanter. I kind of already know where it is. So what I'm going to do is just palpate where the iliac crest is. The greater trochanter makes like a little triangle area right along the hip. So I'm going to start there. And I'm going to just kind of relax here on it. Roll back and forth a little bit. If you have a little bit of a trigger point there, you can rest it. Do about 30 seconds here, and then slowly just kind of move down to the IT band. Now, the easiest way for me to tell anybody where the IT band is, usually have a seam along the side of your pants, like right on the side of your pants, and I usually just tell them to follow their seam. And most people know where the seam of pants are supposed to be, so that's just kind of an easy way to find your IT band. If not, you can palpate it. It's usually a really tight area along the side. Feels like a band, like a rubber band there. Again, just kind of lay on the foam roller. I start in about the middle, come down to a forearm just to give myself a little more stability. I cross one leg over the other, again for more stability, and I can use this leg to push and roll me back and forth. Here, again, if you feel a trigger point like a knot, you can rest on it for a few seconds, gently roll it back and forth, and then roll all the way almost down to your knee, and then almost up to where your TFL is again, where the hip is. About 30 seconds here also. Suggest only doing it one time, especially for this client. Our text also only suggests one set of each SMR technique. So that's that one. For the activation technique, I'm going to show you the quadruped arm opposite leg raise, or we usually call them bird dogs. So you're going to start hands and knees directly underneath your hips, wrists directly underneath your shoulders. You want to have a nice flat back here, neutral spine. And from this position, you're going to bring one arm out in front of you, thumb up, take one leg, the opposite leg back, kind of toe down or toe pointed, and then you're going to, from here, lift up and come back down. It's very important to engage the core here so that you don't rock side to side, so you can keep your stability. All of our stability comes from our core. So again, you're going to lift up and back down. Nice and easy. Now, if this is too much for your client, you can start with either just an arm raise or just a leg raise here, just to get them built up to doing the full movement here before, or so that they don't end up hurting themselves or compromising the stability that you're working on. So next I'm going to show you the integration technique for the single leg balance with multiplanar reach. I have some dots here because I don't have cones. So bear with me here. It's going to be kind of hard to see this back dot. So I have one dot here in front of me. I have one directly behind it, and then I have one that's off to the side a little bit. Move it a little further off to the side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand here, kind of in the middle of two dots, and I'm going to reach forward with my leg above the dot, and then out to the side, and then straight back to the back dot. Now, you can have them go from one dot straight to the other, to the back, and back and forth between all three dots. It's going to definitely work this leg, the balance on this leg and the stability in the ankle, or you can have them, if they're more comfortable stepping, tapping between each one, you can have them do that. For this, it's really important to keep the hips level, so you're not tilting one hip, When you're coming back, maybe they're the same nice straight line from hip bone to hip bone. Making sure you don't lean out to the side. You don't want to lean out to the side. Making sure you don't lean backwards too far. You want to keep a nice straight spine, nice neutral spine. Don't round the shoulders, don't arch the back. Keep it nice and straight the entire time. And I apologize, you can only see my lower half right here. And then the last technique I'm going to show is a lengthening technique for the gastrocnemius. So the muscle in the back of the calf here. Bear with me while I move my camera. And again, you're just going to see my legs here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place both hands on a wall in front of me. I'm going to step forward with one leg that I'm not stretching, and then step back a good distance so that I can kind of lean forward into my front leg here. Pull forward closer to the wall so that I'm stretching the muscle here in the back. Now it's important to keep both toes forward. So see, my toes are both forward, they're facing the same direction. I don't have a toe turned out. My front leg's not turned out this way or this way. And keeping my hips, again, nice and square to the floor and square to the wall. And I'm going to keep my heel down. I don't want to raise my heel up because I'm not stretching this at this point. I'm doing something else. So I want to keep my heel down, keep my leg straight as possible, and hold it here for 30 seconds, 20 to 30 seconds. If I can get a little bit deeper into that stretch, I can go ahead and get a little bit deeper into that stretch. And then release. And then that is it for my 4 exercises here. So I went over the TFL and IT band, self-myofascial release. I did the quadruped arm opposite leg raise for the activation phase. The single leg balance with multiplanar reach, using the dots here for the integration phase, and then the gastrocnemius stretch for the lengthening phase. Thanks for watching.